Welcome to this part of the video. In this video, I will be explaining that what is a tuple in Python and what are the properties of a tuple. So in the previous video, we have explained that what is a list, okay, and the properties of list, what are the operations we can do with a list. In this video, we will see what is a tuple. So what is a tuple? So tuple is nothing but it is tuples are used to store tuples are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Okay, so tuples are used to store multiple items in a single variable. So this is a data type. The type is the tuple, and single variable can store multiple items or elements. Now list also can store multiple elements. Then what is the difference between this tuple and list? So this is a basic interview question as well. So what is that? So first of all, most important factor in tuple is that, so tuple is a collection. So it is a collection of elements which are ordered. First of all, once you enter a tuple value, then these items are ordered, means they have index values. Next point is what? Tuples are unchangeable. Okay, so tuples are unchangeable. That means if a tuple is declared, then you cannot change the values of the tuples, but in list you can change it. So lists are changeable, but tuples are unchangeable. That is the basic and major difference between tuple and a list. So next point is what? Tuples are written in brackets. So lists are written with square brackets, but tuples are written in round brackets. So tuples are written in round brackets. Okay, so these are the some of the points of tuple. Next we will see okay. So next we will see a example of a tuple. Let me declare a variable, a tuple. So I am just declaring a variable, a tuple, and that is equals to, how do we write? We write inside a round bracket, and it can take multiple values. Let us start with string values. So how we can write string values inside a tuple? So let's say just write some fruit names. Let's say we'll write apple, one element, and then the second element will write like mango. So remember, when you write the string inside, then you must give the quotes, otherwise it will throw an error to you. And then let us write cherry. So I have just declared a tuple with 3 variables here, and if I want to print that tuple, so I'll just write a, and the tuple name I'll just write, and we'll run the code. So you can see it gives me the output, what is the content of the tuple. Okay, so the point is that it is ordered. That means it has index values, and you can find the what is the value with the index value, what is the element there. So let's say here I'll write in bracket, I'll write, let's say 0. Now let us see what output it is giving. Okay, so if I run this code, then it is giving me the output as apple. That means the first index is 0, then 1, then 2, like this it goes on. So here instead of 0, if I write 1, and if I run this code, then see what output we are getting. We are getting mango. That means with index value we can access the values of a tuple. Okay, next is what? Next point is, it allows duplicate values. Okay, so let me just copy this tuple here, and we will see what does this line means. So it allows duplicate values means what? Let's say one variable, one element is already declared, and if you declare the element again, okay, sorry, if I declare the element again, and then if I want to print the tuple again, so let's say whether it is possible or not. So see, it takes the duplicate values in a tuple. You can repeat the values in a tuple. Okay, So next is, how do you know length of a tuple? So length of a tuple, to know that, so basic simple structure is there. So I want to print the length of the tuple. Okay, so I'll just directly write print. So whatever I want to print, I need to put in the round brackets, and what I need to print, I want to print the length of the tuple. So I'll write length, and length of what? Length of the tuple. The tuple means the variable that we have taken. Okay. Now if I run this code, so let's see what it is giving. So it is giving me 4. 4 means that there are 4 elements in this tuple, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So tuple is a element, tuple is a variable which has 4 elements here. Okay, that's what it says. Next is, can you create a tuple with one item, and how to create that? So basically this is also a type of question asked in interview. Let me take new tuple here. So I'll write B tuple. So second tuple I am taking. Okay, so that is equals to, if I write here, first we will see that can we create this or not. So I'll just declare one element inside this, and then I will try to print this tuple. So let us see what is happening. So now you can see that it can be created. Okay, but the point is that let us see whether it is correct or not. I will write type of this. What is the type of this variable? So if I print this type of the variable, you can see it is not a tuple, it is a string now. That means if you just directly give one element to a tuple, then the basic data type is not a tuple here, the data type becomes string here. Okay, now let me just copy this, and we'll see what we can do. Let me just declare one more tuple here. Okay, so in this next tuple, we will try to create the variable with which should be a tuple, not a string. So how we can declare a tuple with one element? Well, we have to just do one thing, just put a comma here, and now this will be a tuple. So let us see that. So if I run this code, now see the type. Okay, so here type of C. So now it is a tuple is created with a single element. That's how you can create a tuple with single element. You cannot take the tuple as just declare one variable without comma, then it will take it as a string here. Okay, so next we will see that what are the different data types tuple can take. So tuple can take different data types. Tuples can take different data types, and what? Different data types and combination of different data types. So it is not only string or string characters, it can take string, integer as well, float value as well, and also combination of both, and combination of both data types. Sorry, not combination of both data types, combination of multiple data types. So let us see one example here. So let me take one more new tuple here. Okay, and to this tuple I will give the variable names. Let's say apple, and this one is already created. Let me just copy this one. Okay, we'll take multiple things here, and next we'll create one more tuple. So let's say A B C D E tuple. So if you want to take the examples, you can take tuple 1, tuple 2, tuple 3 as well. So it's not like you need to take D underscore. So just to take different variable, I am taking like this. So we'll take integer here. Okay, and let's take another tuple, and we'll give other values. So let pass here boolean variable. We have not taken the boolean variable in the previous case. Okay, so now all the tuples I have taken. Now let us just print all those tuples. I'll just copy this code, and I'll print all the 3 tuples. Let us see what it gives me. So D, E and F, 3 tuples I have taken. Okay, Now if I try to run this code, block of code, let us see what output is giving. So see here it is giving first tuple is apple, mango, cherry and apple, second tuple is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and next is true false false that I have taken here. Okay, so along with that this can also take multiple data types. Okay, it can contain different data types. So if I take another tuple, so that is equals to, here I will enter different types of data types. Let's say here I write one name, then I can write one integer, then I can write one boolean, then I can write one floating point. Okay, and then we'll just print this and we'll run the code. Let us see what happens here. So you can see now it is printing all these separate data types it can take as well. So tuple can take different data types, tuple can take similar data types. Okay, so next is okay, so this much from the tuple, and in next video I will continue with what is a array, what do you mean by array, and how you can create an array, what is the concept of array. All those things we will discuss in the next video. So keep watching. Thank you.